What's up? How's everybody doing today? What's up, Jeff? You know what it is. You know what it is around here. Trying to get my camera here fixed up a little bit. Facebook user, good morning. Gail, good morning. How we doing? Popping in because I can't miss the toast, but I'm scaling. I like that. Scaling is a good reason. It's a good reason for not watching All the Coffee with Michael. It's one of the few acceptable reasons that there is. Jin, what's up? We've got Dongdus. Hello, everyone. Hey, where are we watching from today? It's been a while since I've asked that question. Where are we watching from? I'd love to get a feel for where everybody's at geographically here. Let me know in the comments. Facebook user Laura, how's it going? Welcome. Good morning. This is from April. Been wondering if ShineOn and me are a good fit. Excited to watch and see more. Of course we're a good fit. Are you kidding? Just wait and see. Before long, you'll wonder how you survive without us. That's the truth right there. We have a great community here. We're full of fun. We're constantly teaching and giving free education. We really care about everybody's success. I think you'll find that you've landed in the right place. But you be the judge and let me know. Let me know. What's up? How we doing? Mauricio, what's going on? Kirsten, Gary, yeah. Martin, good evening. See, where are we at, Martin? Let us know in the chat. Good morning. Good morning. Florida, Kansas. I am also in Kansas, Jill. We might be neighbors. You never know. Where you at? Bangladesh. What's going on? Georgia. All right. Iowa, Jacksonville, Florida. Texas. It's like a whole different country. We have Italy, Los Angeles, Boise, Idaho. See, there's another. That's also a different country. We're already, our country count is increasing. Maryland, the UK. What is up? What's up from TN? That's Tennessee. Arizona, Mexico. All right. USA, Central Kansas. More folks from Kansas. How about that? Maine. I'm just south of Kansas City. Toronto, France, Palestine. What is up? Maryland, Denver, New Jersey. Let's see if we hit all the continents. Let's see, we've got, I think we have, except Antarctica. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Salt Lake City, India, San Diego. What's up, everybody? How are we doing? Today is a good one. Today, we're doing a Valentine's Day Bootcamp, a boot camp. So whenever I do these boot camps, I basically go over all the fundamentals for how to create winning products. This is a good, if you're new, this is a great training. I could probably sell this. I don't. I give it away for free. If you're like, you've been around for a while, maybe you've even launched your first winning product, it's still always good to go back to the basics. The basics, the fundamentals are how you win here in Print on Demand. It's doing the same thing over and over again. The same right thing over and over again is how you win here at ShineOn. So today we're going to be getting into how you can create winning products. We're going to talk about what a winning product is, why they're winning products, and how you can create them. So it's going to be really good training for you today. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, do me a favor. If you like what we bring you each week at ShineOn, like the post. Like the post. I'm looking at the post right now. There's like 15 likes on it. There's over 100 people watching this. Come on, folks. Give it some love. I want you to go up there, click that little thumbs up. It's tempting. It's enticing. I know it. Click it. Click it. Let us know that you appreciate that we bring you these each and every week. All right, let's go over some swag winners from last week. We have Valerie, just finished the challenge. So excited to be here and learn all the things from all of you. Congratulations, Valerie. Valerie, you may not know this, but so far, according to the best data we have, 90% of the people that complete the challenge get their first sale. 90%, right? So if you just completed a challenge, you're really setting yourself up for success. Congratulations. Glad you stuck with it. All right, Michelle, going through ShineOn Pro training. So much content to go through. Started with KISS as well as the 14-day challenge. Limited company set up. HMRC and VAT sorted. That's like probably tax stuff. Shopify store and my shop name sorted with emails. Product research started. Now to learn about ads. Amazing. Loving it, Michelle. Congratulations. Love to see you taking action here. That's the only way to win. We're about to go over all the revenue that's going to be dumped into the marketplace here for Valentine's Day, and I'm telling you that the revenue only belongs to the action takers, right? That's how this world works. If you'd like to get free swag, every week we grab 2 to 5 posts from the group and we feature them here. We're looking for testimonials with screenshots, value posts, tips, tricks, and hacks, anything like that. If we feature you here, you will get some free swag. And our swag is pretty legit. I'm a huge fan of it myself. I'm wearing it literally all of the time. All of the time. Okay, latest news. Gold name necklaces are launched. This was by popular demand. Everybody wanted gold. We have gold. We actually plate it in our production facility, which is pretty amazing. This is a great product to sell. You get to command higher AOVs. Go put this on your store for Valentine's Day. These things are going to crush. They're going to crush. We also have some really cool other name necklace stuff coming at you. We're trying to get it out for Valentine's Day. I don't know if that'll happen, but it's like right around the corner. We got more name necklace variations and styles that are just going to, they're going to smash. They're going to smash in the direct response marketplace. So we're super excited about that. ShineOn Pro. We launched this last week, I believe it was. ShineOn Pro is an incredible value for $47 a month. You're going to get everything that we offer already at ShineOn. Plus, you're going to get a bunch of exclusive training. I think we've got 4 courses in there that we could probably charge $500 a piece for. You get access to Amazon FBA. So if you want to sell your products on Amazon using Fulfilled by Amazon, which is what allows people to get 2-day shipping, you can do all that at ShineOn. We will literally prep all of your products for you and send directly to the Amazon warehouse of your choosing. You don't have to send to fulfillment centers or prepping centers anymore. So pretty amazing. Cash on delivery. This is an incredible new program. It's really only for experienced folks. So if you're brand new, I wouldn't get your hopes up just yet. You need to have some proven sales first. Cash on delivery there is kind of a barrier to entry. You got to set up some stores and some new languages. However, it's incredibly profitable based on all the early data. We are seeing costs of acquisitions as low as $5 per acquisition in the cash on delivery program. It's pretty amazing. No other print on demand company in the world is doing this. It's an incredible new feature. It's also in ShineOn Pro. We have post-purchase. So most people are paying $30, $40, $50, $100 a month for the post-purchase app so they can sell, earrings or whatever post-purchase product they have after somebody completes checkout. Well, we offer it for free in ShineOn Pro. You can get access to our post-purchase app, which we're actively working to improve every single week. We have weekly office hours. So that's taking place as well, all inside of ShineOn Pro. We have VIP support. So if you're a ShineOn Pro member, you have an issue, you pop it into chat, it'll go to the top of the list, right? VIP support. And then you also get access to our UGC store. So if you want access to our green screen UGC videos, you want to request one-off UGC, if you want to buy UGC packs, all of that is available behind ShineOn Pro. Now, one important thing to know, the UGC store, you're still paying for UGC and the creatives. However, you're basically paying a wholesale price on those. We make very little on this. The goal is not necessarily profit. We just have to cover our own costs. So like consider ShineOn Pro kind of your Costco membership to our UGC store. That's kind of how we set that up in the model. So ShineOn Pro, go check it out. If you're inside of your dashboard, you'll see various access points to ShineOn Pro, and you can sign up for it. $47 a month. It's an absolute steal. All right, let's talk about the shipping cutoffs for Valentine's Day. So in the US, all of our production items, so that includes the graphics, anything engraved, and also the name necklaces, the shipping cutoff for standard shipping is going to be February 3rd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So that means that your orders have to be invoiced and paid for by February 3rd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Priority shipping, if you have that turned on in your store, and please go turn that on if you don't have it turned on. Priority shipping, you'll be able to ship all the way to February 5th, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So all your orders have to be invoiced and paid for by these times, okay? So if you're scaling and you have a bunch of orders coming in, I would highly recommend you turn automatic billing on, and then like on this day, go into the store at 11:59 p.m. or something. You're going to want to make sure all your invoices are paid for. That's going to ensure that they go out in time to meet Valentine's Day delivery. Then Let's talk about the message card items. For message card, for standard shipping, you have till February 6th, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. And for priority shipping, you have until February 8th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Okay, for EU, if you're selling into the EU, for the graphic and engrave items, you have till February 7th. And then for the pick items, you have till February 8th. Both at 11:59 p.m. GMT. Okay, let's keep going here. Let's talk about the challenge real quick. We have seen incredible results from the challenge. If you're brand new and you're looking for the place to start, the challenge is it. This is where you want to go to start out if you're brand new. It's $47. It is literally designed to take you from zero to your first sale. It goes through registering your LLC, picking out a name, starting a Shopify store, getting some branding up, picking out a niche, designing some winning products, all that stuff. It's $47 a month. I got to tell you, when I started out in print on demand, I would have killed to have had something like this. This is amazing. Based on the data we have from Q4 of all the people that sign up for the challenge, something like 60% of these people complete it. Of those that complete it, 90% of them were able to get their first sale in Q4. Okay. So look, there are no promises, no guarantees here, anything like that. But we have data, we think, that says that this is your best chance of success if you're brand new. $47 a month. If you get a sale during the challenge, you even have an opportunity to get your money back. Okay. So it's a very low risk thing here. I highly recommend you check this out, especially if you're new. Okay. We are now in the App Store. Do me a favor. If you've been using us for any length of time, we would very, very much appreciate your honest review in the App Store. We are trying desperately this year to displace Printify in the App Store results. So if you go to the App Store right now, you search Print on Demand, ShineOn is number 3 in the list. Printify is number 2. Printful is number 1. I've been taunting Printify for a long time now on Twitter that we are going to displace them in the App Store. I need your help, family, if that's going to be a reality. I need your help. Please, if you have not left us a review, I would so much appreciate it if even right now you could just take a moment to open up a new tab in your browser, pop over to the Shopify App Store and leave us a review. It'd mean the absolute world to us. Here's how you can do it. Go to the App Store, type ShineOn or Print on Demand, click our app. This is what it looks like right here with the white logo. You're going to land on a page that looks like this. This is the app page. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, click write a review, and then just write whatever comes to mind. Honest reviews, all we're asking for here. I would really appreciate it. Okay, and then finally, we're constantly launching new products. We're constantly launching new features. We have new updates all the time, like shipping cutoffs and what have yous. If you ever feel like you've missed something, or maybe you went on vacation, you're just wanting to get caught up, and come into the Facebook group, you can click featured right here at the top, and that will show you kind of a curated list of everything we've marked as an announcement or a feature or something like that. So you can stay caught up in everything we're doing here at ShineOn. Excuse me. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready to begin? Well, you guys know how we like to kick things off here at ShineOn. We can't get into any of the good stuff until we set things right. Okay. We hit that little reset button in our minds. We get that kind of the dopamine hit that rings around the world, right? The digital marketer's toast. So if you're new here, this is magical. What you're about to do is magical, okay? It has a tangible impact on the world around you. It lowers your CPMs on Facebook. It decreases the chance of your Facebook accounts getting shut down. It's going to make you think of better ideas when you create new products, right? It's going to help you think of new phrase ideas. It's going to help you find that niche that you resonate with the most. All right. That is the power of the digital marketer's toast. It's amazing. And every week, somebody reports getting tinglies from the top of their head to the bottom of their toes, all from this little digital marketer's toast. So are you ready? Raise up your glasses, mugs, bottles, and flasks. Join me now for the digital marketer's toast. Here's to more conversions, more cash, cheap CPMs, and lower CACs, to higher CTRs, much higher CVRs, to enabled ad accounts and big bank accounts, to upsells, downsells, and cross-sells, to winning products and repeat sales, and to the thing that everybody knows, the riches are in the niches, but also your email flows. Cheers, everybody. Drink up. There we go. There we go. You're feeling it. right now. You're getting all warm in your chest. A couple of you just had the full body tinglies. You know what I'm talking about. We have arrived. It is okay to begin now. It is okay to begin now. Let's do it. Okay, Valentine's Day Bootcamp. If you're new here, do me a favor real quick. If you're new, if you're brand new to ShineOn, could you let us know in the chat? Can you give us maybe a little hand? Give us a little hand in the chat. I just want to see who is new here, who is maybe never been here before. Maybe you're just learning ShineOn. Maybe you're trying to figure out if this print on demand thing is right for you. Let's see little hand emojis in the chat if that's you. Just let me know. Ooh, Jen left us an app review. Thank you so much, Jen. It will help. It will help. When we displace Printify in the App Store, we will celebrate. You will know about it, and you will have contributed to that. Think about it. It's pretty amazing. Okay, here are some new folks. Okay, April, Global Go-Getter. Gotcha. Facebook user, Karen Thompson. I see you. Facebook user. Facebook user. All right. Wow, there are a lot of new folks here. Okay, great. I think you're going to really benefit from being here today. This is going to be awesome. And if you started out with the toast, that's going to make it even more awesome. Okay. All right, let's get into this. So Valentine's Day, it's a huge gift-giving holiday. It's right around the corner. It's a perfect time to get into ShineOn and to try to make your first sales. Excuse me. Husbands, fiancés, boyfriends will be buying jewelry in droves. Okay, I promise you. Look, I'm a guy, so I can speak to this with some authority. Pretty much every guy with a significant other wakes up on February 1st and they crap their pants because they realize, oh, Valentine's Day is this month and I need to buy a gift, right? I promise you, nobody's probably thinking about it right now. Most of the men aren't. You probably do have a few clever men, a few astute people out there that are thinking about buying a gift. But most of us, we wake up on February 1st and we go, oh, crap, and we get into panic mode, right? That means we are going to be buying gifts in droves. Now, Valentine's Day is a compulsory gift-giving holiday. These are my favorite kinds of holidays. These are the types of holidays where if you don't buy a gift, you're a scumbag, right? I actually love those. It's great when you're in a gift-giving business because that means you're going to be selling things like hotcakes, right? Valentine's Day is kind of one of those holidays, right? So just about anybody with a significant other is going to be purchasing a gift. Any parent, specifically with a daughter, is also going to be buying a gift, right? So there are going to be lots of sales happening soon. And if your product lands in the right place at the right time, and it's got the right message and the right eyeballs see it, you're going to get some money. You're going to get paid for that, right? So I'm here to teach you how you can do that, okay? You do not want to waste Valentine's Day. It's one of the best gift-giving holidays of the year. So you should start testing like a crazy person right now. So it is January 27th. We are right here. So this is a screenshot of sales around Valentine's Day, right? And it kind of shows you how sales start to pick up as we move into Valentine's Day. Excuse me. This is January 27th right here, okay? Notice that from this point onward, sales are just going to pick up all the way to shipping cutoff, which is out here. And typically this peaks a little bit harder than it does here. We have a lot of sales coming in over the next 2 weeks. Notice, I mean, like this is probably quadruple what our normal sales volume is over here, right? There's going to be 4 times as many people buying for Valentine's Day. You do not want to miss that. Total expected Valentine's Day spending in the United States from 2009 to 2023. Look at this. They expect $25.9 billion, billion with a B, to fall into the marketplace for Valentine's Day. $25.9 billion. Okay. Do you think maybe you can get just a little bit of that? Maybe $10,000 of that? Maybe $100,000 of that? A few of you with products and know how to scale, you're going to get a few $1 million of this. But look at that. You're barely even putting a dent in this number. If you sold a few $1 million, right? A few $1 million this Valentine's Day, you are still taking up like way less than 1% of the total volume of this number. The market is not saturated. There is plenty of room to play, right? It's all going to come down to the quality of the product you create. that is going to have a direct effect on how much you can sell. And we're going to be talking about that in a minute. There's a massive, massive, massive opportunity in front of you, and you should not be sitting on your laurels. All right. Are you pumped up? Are you pumped up? Let me know in the chat here. Are you pumped up? You ready to get those Valentine's Day sales? Huh? Are you ready to potentially add, a couple zeros into your bank account? A couple zeros. You know what I mean? A few thousand, $10,000, $100,000, depending on the margins and all that. Huh? Jill says she's pumped. You better be excited. I'm telling you, this 25 billion bucks, this belongs to action takers only. Okay? If you're not an action taker, you're not going to get any of this. It ain't going to fall out of the sky and just land in your lap, right? It is for action takers only. Okay? And I'm going to teach you how to take the right action. Michelle is pumped. Laura is pumped. Global Go Getter is pumped. Karen is pumped. Adam is pumped. Good. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, the riches are in the niches, all right? So niches and sub-niches to focus on. It's Valentine's Day. This is relatively easy. The romance niches are fire right now. The romance niches in particular are fire. Husband to wife is an amazing niche. To my wife, to my husband. This is an overlooked niche. Most people are not playing in the female to male gift giving area here. I'm telling you, if you dial in a product here, it's like a blue ocean. You have very little competition, and you can totally clean up. The fiance niche, so to my future wife or to my future husband, and then other relationships like to my girlfriend, to my boyfriend. All of these here are going to blow up. They are fire right now, okay? All of these people, it's a compulsory gift-giving holiday, remember? They're going to be buying gifts, right? Many of these people, they almost don't have a choice, right? They have to buy something. They have to celebrate this holiday. They have to gift to their significant other. Let it be your thing that they buy, right? And again, that's going to come back to the quality of your product. It's the right message in the right place at the right time in front of the right person. You will get paid for that. You will get paid for that, okay? Then there are alternative niches, which is to daughter, from mom and from dad. Don't underestimate these. These always sell really well for Valentine's Day. To daughter, from mom, from dad, okay? These are all the great niches that you get to play in. I would recommend keep the niches big, keep them broad, okay? Because if you hit a winner in To My Wife, you want to be able to just go ham on that and sell it to anybody on Facebook. But if you're too specific, you're going to hurt your sales. And in fact, I've actually got a slide on this. The more specific the niche, the higher the buyer intent, but the smaller the audience. There's this trade-off with niches. The more general you are in the niche, to my wife, the broader the audience. You basically get to go after any female that's married, right? However, if you get really specific and you're like to my knitting wife, just example, to my knitting wife, you're really shrinking the size of your audience. The buyer intent will be high, meaning if you just so happen to get that gift in front of a husband, right? Remember, the husband's the buyer in this case. If you get that gift in front of a husband, it says to my knitting wife, and it just so happens his wife is crazy about knitting, right? He knows he's probably not going to see that gift anywhere else. He's not going to find it in Walmart. He's not going to find it in Target. He's probably not even going to find it on Amazon. If he wants this gift, he needs to buy it right now. Buyer intent will be high. The problem is there may only be a few thousand of those people total in the United States. So your ability to scale is going to be limited, right? So I like to play in these big general niches. And if you find a winner here, you can scale it to the freaking moon. This is where I like to play, okay? But you need to know there's this trade-off. The more specific you go in the niche, the higher the buyer intent, but the smaller the audience, okay? The smaller the audience. All right, let's talk about phrase research. Phrase research. Excuse me, folks. I don't know. I think I caught a little something this week, so I'm on the tail end of it, but I might be coughing here a little bit. Phrase research. Phrase research. So look, the key to a winning product, it really comes down to the phrase. Okay, it comes down to the phrase. So what I'm about to teach you it's extremely important. This is probably the most important thing I'm going to teach you today. Okay, so if you're new here, you need to be paying special attention to this. Make sure you're taking notes. The phrase is everything. It is everything on these products. We have a bunch of heuristics around ShineOn to remind us of this. We all the time we say it's the phrase that pays. If they cry, they'll buy, right? That's a way of saying that if your phrase pulls on the right heartstrings, they're going to buy the product, right? If you can make somebody read your design and then feel something emotionally, they're more likely to buy your product. Okay. It's the phrase that pays. If they cry, they'll buy. They don't have to just cry. I'll talk about this in a minute. You can literally get them to experience any emotion. It's going to increase their chance of buying. Another heuristic we have around here is if they feel it's real. If they feel it's real, right? This is so important that we've got all these little phrases and ways of reminding ourselves of the importance of it, right? So what I'm about to teach you is this is, if you're new here, and there's only one thing you take away from this, it needs to be this. It needs to be this. It's simple. It's deceptively simple, right? But this is everything. This is everything. There's so many shiny objects in this space. You could literally get lost going down design and niche and setting up your store and getting Shopify apps on your store and all of that stuff. I'm telling you, all that's a waste of time. This is where you need to be spending 90% of your time, right here on the phrase. If you get the phrase right, everything else is easy. It's a force multiplier. I'm not even kidding. If you get this phrase right, even if you don't know how to run ads, you can still scale. I'm serious. Getting this phrase right is literally everything. All right, let's get into it. Phrase research. So the goal of everything I'm about to talk about inside of phrase research is to build a phrase bank. Build a phrase bank, right? Here's an example of what a phrase bank might look like. This is a tool called Trello. Inside of Trello, I like it because you have the ability to create little cards and you can drag and drop them and you can kind of organize them in a real coherent way and you can kind of see them all in one field of view. I like that. You can do this in a spreadsheet, you can do it in a Google Doc, do it wherever you're comfortable, right? But you need to build a phrase bank. A phrase bank is where you keep all of the best-selling phrases that you come across, right? And you'll know a best-selling phrase. I'm going to show you how to identify that. But this is where you're going to store all of these phrases, okay? You're going to store it because you're going to come back to them. You're going to use a method called Franken-phrases. I'll talk about in a minute to create your own phrases, right? But you have to build the phrase bank. The phrase bank, it's like, this is like your pantry, right? For cooking up good grub, right? Like you have to have the pantry full if you want to be able to create winning products. You have to build a phrase bank, okay? All right, so where can you find winning phrases to build your phrase bank? Well, there's a lot of places online. The only limit here is your imagination, okay? You have Pinterest. You can find them in Pinterest. You can find them in Google Shopping. You can find them on Hallmark's website, believe it or not. I do not recommend copying, okay? Just to be clear, you probably need to put your own spin on things, especially if you're using something copyrighted, like anything from Hallmark is going to be copyrighted. So you have to be kind of careful there. And I've got some methods for how we do that. Amazon's a great place. Google Trends is a great place. Etsy is another good place. You have Google Images. You have eBay, Facebook, AdSpy, and Shopify, okay? These are all really great places to do your phrase research. So how do you know when you come across a phrase that's a winner? Well, I'm going to go through some examples here and try to look for some principles that you can kind of take away and then apply to other areas, right? So you have Etsy, okay? So let's say I go to Etsy, I type "to my wife" in the search results. I'm going to look for these products here that have this little bestseller tag. That will kind of tell me, Etsy's a little deceptive, but that will kind of tell me that these are bestsellers, right? So also, everybody is going to go to page 1 in Etsy. So if you really want to set yourself apart, if you really want to give yourself an edge, you need to start on like page 5 and go all the way to page 20, right? Do the things other people are not doing. Find gold where other people are not digging. Then you'll have less competition if you actually land on a winner, right? So go to Etsy. You can go to this bestseller tag here. Click into the product. I want you to look at reviews for that particular product. You want to make sure those reviews are recent, right? That tells you that product is currently selling, okay? But this is kind of where you start. So go to Etsy, type in a phrase, look for for results that say bestseller, click in there and then look at the reviews. Okay. You can also go to Amazon. In Amazon, you can pop in a phrase like "to my daughter," right? And then you can look at the reviews on the products. The reviews are going to tell you if that product's a winner. Keep in mind, it's like 1 out of 10 people leave a review, right? So you can almost take the number of reviews here, multiply it by 10, and you get an estimate for how many sales that particular product has had. So this is another place you can go to find winning phrases, right? So pop in a term here and then look through the results, look at the ones that have the best reviews. That will tell you that phrase, right? That phrase is resonating with a lot of people. Okay, it should probably go in your phrase bank. All right, next, if you go to Google Images and you type in, "I love my wife" phrases, for example, what you're going to look for in the results are phrases that repeat multiple times, right? Because that's going to tell you that that phrase is resonating enough or is selling enough that people have made it on multiple products, right? So it's a signal that that phrase is touching an audience. Okay, so that's a good one to go into the phrase bank. Another really great way to find cool phrases, this comes from Anna Beck. If you go to Google and you type "open letter to my soulmate" or "open letter to my wife" or "open letter to my daughter," you get all these ideas. And if you start clicking around in here, there's just some absolute gold in these letters. And what you're looking for is not the whole letter. You're looking for the sentimental stuff in the letter, the certain ways of phrasing things that you might be able to incorporate into a message card phrase, right? That's what you're looking for here. Obviously, you're not going to put a whole letter on a message card. This is to give you inspiration. Maybe there's a turn of phrase, a certain way of saying things that really hits, and you can grab that and put it in your phrase bank. Okay, we'll talk about how writing a winner, but before I do, is this making sense? Is this making sense? Are you guys getting this? Is this making sense so far, where we're headed? The phrase is everything. The phrase is everything. The phrase is what sells your product, okay? Nothing else sells the product. It is your phrase. I promise you, I've sold 10 gajillion freaking jewelry items. I've talked to other top sellers, like a bunch of them. I probably talked to more top sellers in the world, right, than anybody else. Maybe not, I'm not sure. But I'm just saying, like, I've got a little bit of authority in this space. I'm not trying to sound like a big shot, but I do feel like I know what I'm talking about here. The phrase is everything. The phrase is what sells the product. So you have to pay attention to this. So build a phrase bank, then go do a bunch of phrase research. What you're looking for, these little signals in your research that tell you, hey, this phrase, this particular way of saying things is resonating with an audience. And you want to take that and put it in your phrase bank. We'll talk about how to manipulate your phrase bank once it's built. But that's what you need to do. Build a phrase bank first. All right. Michelle says, yeah, I'm with you. April, yes. Laura, absolutely. Facebook user, yes. Waylon, yes. The phrase is everything. Yes. Way to be. Way to be. Okay, let's keep going. Let's talk about the characteristics of a winning phrase now. Okay. What makes a winning phrase? Well, number one, the phrase should be in the greeting card format. Okay, greeting card format. I should say "to my wife." Then it should have the emotional phrase, right? And then it should end with some kind of salutation. Love your husband, love your boyfriend, love your wife, right? Something like that. Look, I would say the salutation is a little bit optional. I've seen many people that have really powerful phrases and they don't need it. But typically, this greeting card format is what we see sell the best. Okay, this is what sells the best. Two, what makes a winning phrase? It has to move people emotionally. It has to. You have to pull at heartstrings. This is the most important part, guys. If you do not move people emotionally, if they read your phrase and they are not affected by it, they're not going to buy your product. Okay? You are literally getting paid to make people feel stuff. This is the whole business. I'm not kidding. You are getting paid to make people experience an emotion. That is it. That is this whole freaking business. Okay? And the phrase is just a tool to do that. That's the whole business. People are literally paying you for an emotional experience. That's it. That's it. So that phrase has to move people emotionally. If it doesn't move people emotionally, you are wasting your time. It doesn't matter how good the design is. It doesn't matter how great you are at Facebook ads. It doesn't matter how amazing your Shopify page is and how many hours you've spent on it. None of that matters. If you cannot move people emotionally, you will fail. This is the name of the game. This is everything. Back to you people that are new, that are watching this for the first time. You need to be writing this down. I'm telling you right now that if there was a genie in a bottle and I had one wish, right, and it had to be related to print on demand or whatever, I would ask to be able to master moving people emotionally with these phrases. That is my one wish. If I could be a master at that, I would never worry about money again, ever. This is everything. Okay. Out of all of the skill sets that you might be trying to learn right now, this needs to be at the top of your list. If you get the phrase right, everything else is easy. Even if you don't know how to run Facebook ads, or your Shopify store has some messed up stuff on it, right? Everything else is forgivable, right? This makes the entire business very forgiving if you have the right product. People will overlook other stuff if you have the right product. If you don't have the right product, everything else is difficult. Ask anybody that's scaled a product. They will tell you the exact same thing. All right, it's a phrase that pays. If they cry, they'll buy. Remember, we're moving people emotionally. Can be any emotion. Can be a positive emotion, could be a negative emotion, right? How do you think headlines and viral articles go around about COVID or a war over here or reaching the what is it, the debt ceiling? You know, it's just fear. It's fear, it's anxiety, it's panic, it's stress. But that emotion, even though it's negative, it freaking sells, people. It freaking sells. It doesn't matter the emotion. You just need to make somebody experience something. Okay. They can be sad. You can make them feel sadness. So, for example, let's say you have a memorial gift, right? So I've seen people sell many times dog tags or the graphic hearts where it's supposed to be a memorial gift where someone will upload. It'll be a buyer upload. Well, they'll upload a picture of like their late grandpa or something like that. And then on the back of the dog tag or the heart or whatever, they'll engrave their lifespan, 1925 to 2004, whatever it is, right? It's a memorial gift. They're a remembrance gift. They're probably going to feel a little bit touched by sadness every time they see it. They will buy it in droves. I've seen these be hot sellers multiple times. Or you can make people happy cry. Okay, maybe you just say something in a certain kind of way, or the phrase expresses like an emotion that's just perfectly, boom, happy tears. Laughter. So I've seen this work even with jewelry, believe it or not, multiple times. If you say something that's slightly inappropriate, it sells really well. Most of the time, it's inappropriate in a way that I can't really repeat on Coffee with Michael, because there are typically kids in the room when parents are watching this, but it's adult stuff, right? Put that on a message card, shock some people. It's funny, they laugh, they buy, right? Gag gifts work really well, and that's kind of our version of a gag gift. Anger is another one that works well. I typically don't see anger with jewelry, mainly because I think folks have trouble kind of finding the right angle. But you see this work all the time in political stuff, right? So anger is one that works well. And then love is another one that works really well. Especially Valentine's Day, the romance niche. Say something lovey-dovey, say something cheesy, say something a little sappy, things like that. It works really well. Again, if you can move somebody, if you can make them feel literally anything, they're more likely to buy your stuff. Okay? They're more likely to buy your stuff. This is a whole business. This is the entire business. I'm telling you, it took me, I had to in a way figure this out on my own. I would find winning products and I'd have to go, I'd have to ask myself, why did this product sell? What is it about this that's making it work? And I'd have to think through psychology and what I'd learned about marketing. And it occurred to me, I'm like, oh, like it's not rocket science. I'm not, I shouldn't get any credit for this. I'm just kind of a slow guy. It took a while to realize. I'm like, oh, if I make somebody feel something, they're more likely to buy. That's easy. Once you figure this out. This is the key to this entire business. I'm serious. It's not more difficult than this. This is the key to the whole business. Let me ask you real quick. Are you guys feeling empowered by this? Are you feeling empowered by it? Let me see in the chat. Let me see in the chat right now if you're feeling empowered by this. If you're going, oh, Oh, I get it now, right? You have little light bulbs going off. Or maybe you're going, oh, I can do this. I can do this. I know how to make people feel stuff, right? Let me know in the chat right now if that is you. If that is you. All right. Let's go. Great pep talk. Yes, definitely. All right. Very good. Light bulbs. I like the light bulbs. Okay. Let's keep going. I could literally charge for this. I mean, this one thing is responsible for millions and millions and millions of dollars of sales. That's just the truth. All right. Now, you've built your phrase bank, okay? You built your phrase bank. I showed you how to identify phrases. You started putting them in your phrase bank. I've told you why the phrases work, okay? Because they move people emotionally. Now, the question is, how do you then take all of that and start creating your own winning phrases? Okay, that's the next step here. Method number one. Method number one. We use Franken-phrases. Franken-phrases. Okay? So, Franken-phrases. Here's what you do. You take phrases from your phrase bank, like here's a phrase, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one, right? And you read them and you try to figure out what in particular inside that phrase is giving it its power, right? And sometimes it could be there's a certain turn of words, there's a certain way of saying something that you know is resonating, right? And by the way, you'll develop a sense for this. It kind of takes a little bit of time. You will get there on it. And you'll say, you know what? It's this thing right here. Maybe I'll use that and I'll combine it with this and I'll create an entirely original phrase and we'll see how that goes, right? And so here's kind of an example of how you can Franken-phrase together your own unique phrase. So we're going to take the best part of this phrase, and this phrase. We're going to put them all together for one unique phrase. So here we go. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember whose daughter you are and straighten your crown. That's taken from this phrase up here, right? I love you for the girl you were, the special woman you are today, and the wonderful daughter you always be. So that came from this phrase over here. And then after all, you were the first person to know what my heart sounded like from the inside. That comes from this phrase right here. So notice how I've got a bunch of phrases. They're all best-selling phrases. They're clearly resonating with an audience. And then what I did was I went through those phrases. I tried to identify the best parts of a few different ones, and I put them together to create my own unique phrase. Everybody getting this? That's why we call it Franken-phrases. We're assembling together a phrase from the best parts of other phrases, right? And now this is a totally new, totally brand new, unique phrase that's never been seen before. And the best part is I'm not making up the phrase on my own. If you're new, I recommend you do not make up phrases on your own. You're not a poet. You're not a writer. I promise you, okay? I promise you. Please don't take offense to that, but you're not that. I see a lot of new people. They waste a ton of time coming up with their own phrases, and it's hard work. And it's just don't even waste your time with it. Okay. Start here. Start with the process. So you can Franken-phrase together your own unique phrases. All right. Here's another method to get a unique phrase. So once you find a really good phrase, let's say this one here is like a bestseller. Well, what you can do is you can start to rewrite that phrase. So you have the original, right? And then what you can do is rewrite it once, and it might change a little bit when you rewrite it. That's okay. Rewrite it again. It might change a little bit some more. Do this like 10 times. You're playing the telephone game with a phrase, basically. Now, all the while, here's the important part. You need to keep the essence of the phrase, the core of the phrase, intact. You need to be able to identify what moves people about the phrase and then make sure you don't lose that through the rewrites. You're trying to get some different words, right? When you do the rewrite, but you're trying to get some different words when you do the rewrite, but you don't want to lose the essence or the core of the phrase. Okay, so that's method number 2. Method number 3, we now have robots to help us with this. So method number 3 is that you can use ChatGTP to do this. Okay. ChatGTP. So I was experimenting with ChatGTP myself. And this was several weeks ago. I basically took a phrase that I knew was super popular. So I may not be your first date, your first kiss, or your first love, but I just want to be your last everything. Took this phrase that was super popular. And I asked ChatGTP to rewrite it. Okay. And here's what ChatGTP came back with. While I may not have been the first person you've dated, kissed, or loved, I want to be the last person you experience all these things with. I want to be your last everything. And I said, hey, ChatGTP, rewrite that. Right? Look, I'm literally going through the process. I'm just making ChatGTP do it for me. Okay. Hey, ChatGTP, rewrite that now. I may not be your first love, your first kiss, or your first date, but I hope to be your last in every way. I want to be the person you experience all of these things with for the rest of your life. I said, okay. Hey, ChatGTP, rewrite that. Right? And then here's what it comes back with. I may not have been the first person you've loved, kissed, or dated, but I want to be your last. I want to be the one you share all of those experiences with for the rest of your life. And then what I did, just for no particular reason, I was just experimenting. I took this long one, this one right here, and I said, hey, ChatGTP, rewrite this one as a short poem. See down here at the end? Rewrite this one as a short poem. And here's what it comes back with. I may not be your first, but I want to be the last. Your partner in love forever to last. Not bad. That is not bad. That doesn't exist anywhere. It's not in a song. It's not in a poem. It's not in a Hallmark card. It's nowhere. But it kept kind of the essence of this one, of the bestseller, and it rewrote it as a poem. That's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. So we now have robots to help us with this. How cool is that? How cool is that? ChatGTP, people. There is also Jasper. You can use Jasper. And then Quillbot. Quillbot's another one. It paraphrases things. I actually know someone that was a bestseller in Q4. His best-selling phrase came from Quillbot. So AI, they're writing our phrases for us now. We're in a whole different area, whole different place, whole different universe now. So I may not be the first, but I want to be the last. Your partner in love forever to last. Pretty freaking good. I know. All right, here's another method. This would be method 4, I suppose. Pay a writer on Upwork. So if you don't want to do this yourself, and let's say you, for some reason you don't like robots, you can use Upwork. Okay, so you can go to Upwork, you can find a writer, and you can literally ask a writer to do the same thing. You can have them rewrite the phrase a bunch of times. You can also find poets, you can find songwriters, and you can see if they can come up with something too. I know various folks that have experimented with this. So there are a lot of options at your disposal here. The phrase is 90% of a winning product. It's 90% of a winning product, okay? This is, I'm telling you, this makes everything else easy. It does, like, if you get the phrase right and it's selling, you don't even have to worry about the Facebook ad stuff. That stuff helps you scale. It does. Like, I'm not saying it isn't important, okay? But dial in a winner first. You get the winner, and you can do almost anything you want with the ads, and it'll still sell. But if you don't have a winning product, it doesn't matter how great you are with Facebook ads, you will not be able to scale a losing product. It's like putting lipstick on a pig, okay? All right, design. So you can create your design in a few different apps. So you have Photoshop. This is my favorite. I've been using Photoshop for like 25 years. You have Canva. This is free. Most people use Canva. Canva will do almost everything you need it to do here. It's free. It's easy to use. If you're starting out, it's the lowest barrier to entry. I'd recommend going there. You also have Photopea, which is like an online version of Photoshop. You have WordSwag, which is an app on the iPhone. It's kind of cool, actually. You put a phrase in there, it'll kind of reorganize it. It'll reorganize it and make it kind of like fit in a cool way. It's kind of neat. And then you have PicMonkey. Okay, so you have a lot of options here for your creation. I definitely recommend just start with Canva if you're new. Canva, if you're new, is the best place to go. All right, now let's talk about the design a little bit. We got some ground rules here. You want to keep the design simple. You want to make sure the design complements the phrase, meaning if it's a sappy, phrase, you don't want, I don't know, something that completely clashes with that on the design. You don't want like tombstones or guns or, whatever, something like that. You want to make sure that the design is such that the phrase is not covered up or blocked by the jewelry item in the mock-up. So the way you lay out the phrase on the message card, you want to make sure that when the jewelry hangs down over in the mock-up, that it's not blocking the phrase, right? Because you want people to be able to read the phrase is everything. You want to make sure you don't use elements that turn some buyers away. For example, images of people with identifiable traits such as hair color, length, height, etc. So I've seen this before where people will make a husband to wife product, for example, and then they'll have like a picture of a husband, like a man and a woman sitting on a park bench overlooking an ocean. And the man has got blonde hair and he's got white skin and he's wearing a black leather jacket and he looks like he's about 20. And the girl's got, she's a brunette with white skin and whatever. And she's skinny and she also looks like she's about 20, right? Don't do that. Okay. It's going to turn away a significant part of your demographic that cannot resonate with those people, right? Maybe they're older, maybe they have a different skin color. I mean, there's a gajillion reasons why that image may end up just turning people away. So don't put that kind of stuff on the message cards. Try to keep the message cards super simple and abstract. Now, if you're using one of those apps that allow you to do hyper personalization, like Customly, T and Blue, or something like that, well, that's different. Okay, where someone can buy it and they can literally change the little clip art characters to match what they look like. That's different. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you can't do that. It's just like a fixed image on the thing. Don't jack with that. Okay. And then finally, you want to use darker or lighter background for contrast and avoid shades in the middle of the value spectrum. So I have a picture of a value spectrum over here. Really, you want to make sure there's contrast between the background color of your design and the font. That's all we're trying to say here. You want to make sure the fonts are easily read. It's best if you do that if you stick to colors on both ends of the value spectrum. So you have like a light color for the background, then dark for the fonts, or you go dark for the background and light for the fonts. That's all we're saying here. It's common sense. Common sense. Now, you can go to graphics.shineon.com and you can peruse a bunch of message cards that we've created. Okay. Now, just go here for examples, go here for inspiration. Do not copy these, and I certainly wouldn't sell these. Okay. That's not really what these are here for. They're to get your creative juices flowing. Okay. These are not bestsellers. People have already tried selling. Any bestsellers that are in here have already been sold. Trust me, people have picked these over because they've been around for a little bit. I'm really just trying to give you examples of what good message cards can look like. All right, you can also use Upwork for designs. You can find designers on Upwork. I found multiple designers on Upwork. Okay, the easiest thing to do here is when you create a job on Upwork, literally like link to a message card file and say, hey, I want to see you recreate this thing like in your own way, right? And make that part of the application process for the job. That way you can test a ton of different designers before you hire anybody. Now, the one thing I will say is don't be a scumbag here. Don't do this method just to like get your own message card designs without hiring anybody. That's not cool. Really do this if you're going to hire somebody. But this is the best way to do it, in my opinion. I've done this multiple times. It's the easiest way to very quickly be able to see, the work of 50 different designers and pick out the best ones. All right, so a couple things about Upwork. You're not bound by contracts or anything like that, but you have to manage these people almost like an employee. And typically the quality is medium to high quality. You really have to dig hard to find the high quality designers. There's a ton of folks on there. Okay. Also, though, we have a graphic design group. So if you go to ShineOn Graphic Design, and if you're in Facebook and you search for ShineOn Graphic Design, you're going to find a whole group of graphic designers just for ShineOn. There's a ton of great people in there. They watch Coffee with Michaels. They know exactly how we create designs over here. They study winners. That's honestly the best place to go to find graphic artists for ShineOn. So go check out that. Hey, looky here. San just sold a name necklace. Way to be. I love it. And you're watching Coffee with Michael. That's amazing. It's like 2 wins in one day already. How about that? All right, products. So these are the things you can sell for Valentine's Day, okay? Remember, the phrase is everything. The design is definitely secondary, okay? All right, products. So we have name necklaces. We have stainless and we have gold now, the gold plating. Gold plating is looking amazing. It's going to sell super well. You're going to want to make sure you have this up on your store, okay? Custom name necklaces. These are going to do great. Then you have Love Knot. Love Knot's a perennial bestseller. We sell tons and tons and tons of these things every single year. We don't see the sales slowing down like really at all. It's a great gift in the romance niche. It's going to be perfect for Valentine's Day. So Love Knot. Forever Love. I personally sold a ton of these. It's perfect for the romance niche because it's a heart. It's a heart, right? Heart's kind of the romance thing. This is going to be best for your husband to wife, boyfriend to girlfriend type niches. Would not use this one in the parents to daughter niche. The heart is too kind of weird. Love Not, you can probably get away with, though, in parents to daughter. Forever Love, don't think so. All right, interlocking hearts. This is a great one for the parent to daughter niche. It works best in the familial love as opposed to like romantic love. We see a lot of these sell grandparents to daughters, grandparents to granddaughters, rather, and then parents to daughters. Does really well in those niches. Alluring Beauty, another one, does really good in the romance space in particular. We see a lot of sales here. This is a really good alternative to Love Not and some of the others, and it's sold really, really well also. Notice, by the way, about all these, lots of cubic zirconia here, lots of cubic zirconia here going around the edges. Plus, you've got like the kind of the silver and then the gold. We also have this available in just gold, and it looks amazing. Then you have a lot of cubic zirconia here and a lot here. All of them look bedazzled, right? And that's good. When they look bedazzled, it increases the perceived value of the product. And then people are willing to pay more, okay? Pay more. And it's no wonder these are bestsellers, okay? All right, then we have the necklace and earring bundles, okay? These have sold really well. You can command much higher AOVs with these. So you can get like 80 bucks, 80, 90 bucks out of these sets, right? So we have the sets available as well. But another way you can sell, actually, I'll get to it in just a second with the upsells. Graphic products. Here's another one that can sell really good for Valentine's Day. So you have the buyer upload one here on the left, and then you have like the graphic one that can be engraved on the back. Typically, these sell the best, honestly, just giving it to you like it is. However, every now and then we find someone that really nails a winner on these, and they do pretty good. Okay, upsells. So if you don't want to go with the bundles, right, another thing you can do is you can sell one of these products on the front end. And then on the back end in the upsells, right, you can sell like the studs, the CZ studs. And it'll really complete the gift. People will buy it. You'll have a high take rate on this. If you're using ShineOn Pro, you get our upsell app for free. Remember? ShineOn Pro, you get our upsell app for free. So you'll be able to add these products in there super easy. So we have a red one. We have a silver one, or a clear one for the studs. We also have gift wrap. Make sure you have gift wrap turned on your store. It'll be pretty powerful for Valentine's Day. You can easily go turn that on. Just navigate to the product inside the ShineOn app, go to upsells and look for gift wrap. Make sure you toggle that on. You have to be using one of our theme pages in order to do it. Okay, you have to use one of our theme pages in order to do it. It's really powerful. Then we also have rose petals. These tend to sell out literally every single year. So make sure you're selling those as an add-on also. The rose petals. Again, they sell out literally every year. This is a way you can go from making, being break even on a campaign to profitable with the upsells. They're really powerful. So make sure you have these turned on in your store. And finally, don't forget about these products. So all of those were basically male to female type products. Here are some products that can be female to male, right? These are male products where the recipient is a male. The gift giver would be female, right? In most cases for Valentine's Day. We have the black chronograph watch. It's pretty cool. Just a nice, slick, kind of formal watch. You could easily get away with wearing this in a formal setting with like a collared shirt or in a t-shirt. It's a pretty cool watch. We have the Cuban link chain. This sells really, really well. It absolutely destroys for Father's Day. There's no reason it wouldn't destroy for Valentine's Day in the right niche. Excuse me, folks. And then we also have the men's open work watch. This is a really cool watch. I have some in my drawer, but I'm not going to dig it out right now. It's really cool. It's got some motion going on. Like you can see through the watch and you see like all the gears and the cogs turning and stuff. It's really freaking cool. You can sell it with a message card too. So these can sell like hotcakes. Find the right message card. These will sell like hotcakes. All right. So what do you guys think of this? Do you feel more empowered, especially those people who are new that checked in with me at the beginning? Do you feel more empowered now? Do you feel like you can do this? Do you feel like you're ready? This was a boot camp. Okay. There's a lot more we could go into. There's a lot more detail we could explore for sure. But this is a boot camp. I literally just taught you the essence of this business in 45 minutes. It's pretty freaking legit. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I got a question coming in. Michael, what are the ShineOn theme pages? So inside of the app, you can navigate to your product and you can actually, it's on the right-hand side, like in the right column. You can actually choose which theme page you're presenting the product with. So as long as you're using our theme pages, you can turn add-ons and stuff on. If you're using your own theme pages, typically you can't, right? So go navigate to that spot in the app. You'll see what I'm talking about. Yes, thank you. I feel more ready than I did before this call. Okay, great. That's awesome. Absolutely. Good deal. I'm really happy to hear it. On fire now. That's awesome, Michelle. Laura, ready to get to work. Here's to a productive weekend. Yes, I love the way you're thinking about it. You're not going to wait till Monday. You're working straight through the weekend. When we're up against buying holidays like this, you got to do it. You got to take advantage of every single minute that you get. All right, folks. I hope you found today's helpful. I'm probably going to move to wrap this up. You're going to have to forgive me. My voice is, I can feel it. It's struggling here a little bit. I'm going to take a break. Do me a favor. If you enjoy what we're doing here at ShineOn, if you're getting value out of any of this, please tell your friends. If you've been with us for a while and you've sold at least 100 products, if you go into the app and you go to analytics and referrals, you should have a special referral link up here in the top right. If you share this with your friends and they sign up and they make a sale, you will earn about 75 cents a sale, which is pretty amazing. So please tell your friends about us. We'd appreciate it. And go follow us on all our social channels. You can sign up and start selling at ShineOn.com. If you haven't yet, highly recommend you do. If you're watching on YouTube, you should join us in our Facebook group. You can get there at bit.ly/go ShineOn, or you can just go to Facebook and you can search for ShineOn Profits on Demand. Okay. It's a very engaged group. Lots of great people in there. Lots of great support. It's really fun. If you're in Facebook and you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, you need to go do that. Go to youtube.com/ShineOnPod. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that fun stuff. And then you can see all of our other handles for Instagram, our Facebook page, TikTok, and Twitter. Go follow us in all these places. We're constantly putting out new content for you all. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got value out of this. I look forward to seeing you crush it this Valentine's Day. Until next time, everybody, happy selling. Take care.